Hey guys, it's Michael from Fire and Brilliance, and let me ask you a question, okay? Have you ever thought to yourself that maybe I should have spent a little more to buy something that would last a little longer? Well, that happened to us here. So this mic that you see here, this is actually our third mic. We spent about $100 on it. It broke in about a month. And then we bought the same one again. Obviously, we didn't learn our lesson. $100, it broke the next month. Well, this mic is $180, so it's $80 more, and we've been using this for, I would say, about close to 6 months now, and it's still working in great condition. So today's episode will be about 3 tips on price versus overall value, okay? So when you're purchasing jewelry, a lot of times people will naturally think, okay, this is an expensive item, this is a lot of investment that I have to make, what can I do to minimize that cost? What I do recommend is that you should consider the overall price versus the overall value. And what do I mean by that? So the value of purchasing jewelry, first of all, should be dependent on the quality of the goods. Okay, so the piece of jewelry that you'll be buying, will it last me a long time? Is there longevity in the piece of jewelry? Is there durability in that piece of jewelry? How long will it last me? Will it stand the test of time? So that's the first thing that I want you to ask yourself, okay? When you purchase a piece of jewelry, is the quality of the goods going to last you a long time? Second is the quality of the service. Now, when you purchase jewelry, you're purchasing from a business, right? Will this business be there to assist you throughout the process when you're purchasing or customizing your own ring? Will this business will be there if you need assistance in terms of asking a further or follow-up question on a specific stone or some precious metals or anything that you need to ask? Will it be there to assist you? Do they have specific policies in place to protect you, such as a warranty or a return exchange policy in case you don't like what you receive, right? So usually most credible companies will be able to have a window of opportunity for you to exchange or return an item. So make sure you're protected with that. Do they stand behind their products, right? So make sure they do have a warranty, right? So if something should happen to your item, that you can have it serviced. You can have the ring size, you can have the ring, the stones reset, you can have the items cleaned and so on, so that you can sustain and maintain the overall structural integrity of that piece of jewelry. Okay, so that service is also extremely important. If that quality of the jewelry is important to you, then therefore you need the quality of the service. The third thing that you want to consider is the quality of the people that works for the business. So in other words, are they reliable? Are they responsive? Is there a line of communication that you can contact them with? Do they have a chat service? Do they email? Do they even have a phone? A lot of times these days when you're purchasing stuff online, there isn't even a phone number you could actually call to get communication from anybody, okay? And sometimes it takes a long time to get a response back via email or wait for the chat service to be live. So it's extremely important that you know what you're working with. And even if they have a phone number, is it an internal person that's picking up the phone, or are they outsourcing it? Because a lot of times a company that's being outsourced, they do not know a lot about the product. And I say this all the time, make sure you're working with the pros, okay, not the cons, right? There's a lot of people online these days. Just make sure you're doing your research, make sure you're doing your research in terms of their credible business, and then that will also determine the overall value that you're getting for the price that you pay. So all in all, guys, this video is about 3 tips on comparing the price versus the overall value. So just make sure when you're doing that, you're thinking about paying for a peace of mind for the long term rather than the short term benefits of saving, right? You do want to think about jewelry. If it's going to be an investment where you spend $1,000, $2,000, or even $10,000 or $20,000 in a piece of jewelry, make sure you're thinking long term, because jewelry is something that should be maintained in the long term. So if you're going to purchase jewelry, make sure that you think about the overall value rather than just the price today alone. So what you're basically paying for is a peace of mind. All right, so that's my 2 cents. Those are my tips, my 3 tips in terms of getting price over value. Quality of the products, the quality of the service, as well as the quality of the people.